I've been working on this drawing for quite a bit of time. Now, I haven't really done much coloring yet. As you can see, I just sort of started to do the colors. Now, in one of my previous sketches, I did try to figure out the color scheme a bit more, but I don't think I'm going to go with this since I figured out a lot more of this drawing in general, I think the colors have changed a bit, or they're definitely going to change it, but I really have only worked on the sketch so far. It's went through so many different phases at this point. So let's go ahead and turn this off, and let's maybe go down to one of these first phases if I still have it. Yeah, so this was like the very first initial sketch of this idea. I wasn't really sure exactly what I wanted to do at this point in time. I just knew that I wanted to do something similar to like a temptation story and have this female here. Let me pull up another layer. This is really rough, by the way. We're not going to be editing this video. This is just a quick video as I've not really had time to edit. I don't even have money to pay for the subscription for Final Cut Pro on iPad anymore, so don't really have much way to edit this right now at the moment. But yeah, I wanted this woman here to be like, I don't know, like sad over this guy, right? And this guy is the one that's going through the temptations, and these are sort of like succubus type characters. But, you know, things sort of change as the idea started to come to me. I fleshed out this character a little bit more, but I wasn't really liking the placement of her. So I kind of scrapped her completely, and I went for a whole other composition. I feel like it's a lot more interesting. Now, at this point, I wasn't liking the height dynamics of the heads. You can see we got 3 heads on a similar plane here. And I didn't think that made for very interesting composition, so I had to redo that, and this was just my first attempt at that, which I was like, yeah, that's pretty good. I like this a lot more. We got this sort of arcing dynamic here with that, and these wings, they push up and kind of lead your eye to him and her. Her arm leads here to her, which then leads to them. Everything is sort of pointing towards them, towards the middle here, and I like that. So yeah, this is definitely the main focus of the drawing. I've spent on basically just this drawing alone about 11 to 12 hours, as you can see right here. 11 hours, 6 minutes. And that's just on this sketch in general. Now, I'm about to start working on the colors and things like that. So what I'm thinking next is we're going to do like a flat, almost watercolor you know, sort of like fill in of these colors here, of the general colors, see what I do. I'm thinking that the skin tone of these succubus here are probably going to be more of a bluish hue for probably all of them, this one too, and this one of course. And then the skin tone of her is just going to be normal skin tone. And the skin tone of him, I'm thinking more of like a pale skin tone, because I'm thinking that he's actually corrupted maybe by these characters here. And this lady right here is of course watching all of this happen, so she's like freaking out, scared, you know, whatever. But I think this sketch is actually not the updated one, because yeah, as you can see, it changed a little bit. So now we can see she's got a knife here. We started figuring out some of the clothing for her. She's got a knife to him, and I'm gonna redo this hand because this looks really bad. But yeah, so next phase we're gonna start working on adding some clothing to each of these characters here. Okay, we're gonna add some clothing to these characters here, and him, we already have sort of the clothing figured out right here. It's almost like monk clothes, you know, little clothing here that's kind of fell in. He's got this clothing here that wraps down, and then he's got some sort of pants on. But I don't know, I'm not sure I'm feeling that for him, so I might add something a bit different. So right now we're just in that phase, figuring out the clothing next of each of these characters, and I sort of want to figure out the color scheme a bit more of these characters, and then we'll go into the full final render. But yeah, this is just an update. I haven't posted a video in a while, and I figured I'd do something simple, something I had time to do, and you know, since I've been working on this drawing and I think I'm going to see it fully through, I figured why not just make a video on this drawing in general, and then eventually whenever I finish it, do an update video. So yeah, this is gonna be the video for today. Thank you for watching. Let me know your thoughts and your recommendations on this. What direction do you think I should go with this? Leave all of that in the comments below.